So how do you connect to your own spiritual guides? Hello, my name is Solera. I'm a spiritual channel, and I am also the author of the Life Manual Trilogy, which is a set of books that the spiritual guides have given me to share with humanity. So you can go check that out on Amazon. And today I have a question from Rani, India. She's asking, how do I connect to my own spirit guides? That's a very interesting question. Some people ask me, how did you tap into, talking to the spiritual guides? I wouldn't say I was someone who was particularly, quote unquote psychic. I'm not clairvoyant. I don't see ghosts, and I don't want to. So, I'm gonna let the spiritual guides answer that. So, give me a second. Yeah. So we hear you. We, as a collective being. We wouldn't say we're individual people come together and then talking through one voice, through the channel. We spiritual guides are a collective. Think of us as a bowl of soup, and we are simply energy extensions of you in essence. So we're not really separate from you. We're not sort of separate entities that are flying around in the sky and then going to come down and knock on your doors. Okay, so spiritual guides in essence, very often they're your past loved ones, they're ascended masters. They are beings that are basically in a collective group, and you may have different spirit guides than other people, and sometimes you may share the same spirit guides. For example, Jesus is a very common spirit guide for many people, and Mary is a very common spirit guide for many people. So there are these ascended masters who are sort of out there, not physically, but they're out there helping everybody, so to speak. And at the same time, some people like the channel can connect to the spiritual guides directly, and she started doing that sort of kicking and screaming. It was not something that she really wanted to do. She didn't have the desire to speak to us directly. We sort of had to nudge her, encourage her, and push a little bit. Not through force. We certainly do not force her to do this work, but definitely some serious nudging. However, there are some people, it's sort of like cooking. Some people, they have a natural talent for it, and it's like you give them a pan and a couple of eggs, and everything turns out it's just amazing, right? But then some people don't really have the talent. It's like whatever they cook, it turns into black. Turns into black charcoal, we say. And so it's sort of like this, developing your ability to connect to sort of the other realm, to the spirit realm, takes a little bit of practice, but it's also, some people just naturally have a gift for it, and they're more open, right? They're just more open. It's like some people, you can play basketball because your physique is built for that. You're 6'5", and you're tall, right? So, and you're strong, right? And you're athletic, and you just know how to sort of command your body in this way. So with a little bit of practice, then you can start playing basketball pretty easily. If you were to ask the channel to play basketball, she's like 5'2", very not athletic, and pretty weak in her physique overall. We wouldn't say she has a strong body by any means, right, compared to an athlete. So yeah, she can play basketball. She's not going to be very good at it. So it's sort of like this. Now, everyone can actually tune in and turn in and tap in, but some people don't really want to. And then some people have a desire, but they have a lot of resistance. Let us give it to you this way. Let's say we were talking about weight loss. Okay, some people have a desire to lose weight, but they have massive resistance to losing weight. So do they lose weight? No, they don't lose weight. Let's say you have, you really want to have $1 million, but you don't want to work for it. Are you going to have $1 million? You're not going to have $1 million. So it's sort of like this. You need to have a strong desire for something. So you're sort of invoking the universal power to help you. But beyond just the desire, you need to sort of go for it. You need to start thinking, how am I going to do that? And you need to just ask the universe to send you the right person to assist you, to just kind of guide you along that path. For example, this channel, she became a channel because she was asked to connect to a long lost friend, and this long lost friend happened to be studying the Akashic records, and this long lost friend is someone that the channel trusts. And so that came about very naturally. Okay, so we say let the process unfold itself for you. So you don't kind of need to push yourself in that direction. Like, I got to go connect with my spirit guides today. If you want to, we say definitely. You will have, if you want to and you're willing to develop a little bit of that ability, you can choose to do so. Okay, now at the same time, let us offer it this way. It's like some people want to be a doctor, right? Some people want to be a doctor, but other people have no desire to be a doctor, but they need doctors. So the people who don't need doctors will go to people who are doctors if they are ill, if they have questions about their body, right? That's just common sense. So we say it's sort of the same thing. If you have questions about your life and you want to connect with the spirit guides, but you don't really want to do it yourself, like this channel, she didn't really want to do spiritual channeling for a long time, so she went to another lady and she was happy to pay this person because she refused to do the reading. So she just went to this other person regularly, and she was able to connect to spiritual guides in that way. So, and until she became ready herself. So we see there are many different methods to connect to the spiritual guides. Really, number one is desire, number two is willingness, and number three is just start following the signs and asking for a clear path to that connection. So we say this is what we would offer you on this particular topic, but we say don't force it. Okay, it's like learning any other new thing. Just you don't need to force yourself. You can think about it, develop your interest, and you can develop that skill over time. Okay, so with that, we'll close the reading for today. Okay, so, well, I guess they've already told you my whole story. Yeah, I honestly, I'm not someone who teach other people how to do the Akashic reading or the guides, but I do know there are a lot of channels out there that they offer lessons. Honestly, I'll just do a Google search. I mean, that's what I did. I typed in Google and I wrote how to read my Akashic records. So I'm not joking. And I read like a blog post from somebody, and I just followed the blog post. And then it's like cooking. I just started cooking. I just started reading, right? I started channeling. So yeah, and then over time I developed and just became more confident. I really feel like, to me, reading the Akashic records, communicating with the guides, it's literally like cooking. The more you fry an egg, the better you get. It's like you make pancake every day, you're gonna be pretty good at making pancakes. And it's really that simple. It's not even like I have to learn 10, 15, 20 different dishes, right, in order to do an Akashic reading, in order to communicate with the spiritual guides. It's like you just gotta learn one dish, like boil an egg. So that's really it. At first maybe you don't even know how to boil an egg, you just try it out. And over time, you're like, oh yeah, 5 minutes, I don't even know. I don't boil eggs. So we say just, I just say just give it a go and don't give yourself any pressure. It's like if you can't fry an egg, then just go buy some fried eggs for now, right? So, and there are lots of resources out there that you can probably look into, and that's what I would recommend, okay? I'll see you next time.